So, hero's journey. Joseph Campbell. What is your hero's journey? What is mine? Jack Bergstrom, coach, speaker, author of the upcoming book, Mastering the Art of Business by Referral, and I am in the midst of rewriting the intro, the hero's journey of my book, Mastering the Art of Business by Referral. Thought I'd go over a little bit of my background. I use these videos since these aren't for public consumption yet. I'm not marketing these to my social media following or any other way. This is a way for me to capture thoughts and ideas that I can then have transcribed by YouTube and go back and add when appropriate to my book. So, my origin story, I could start at college. Somewhere along the line in one of the books I'll talk about that. I started college at 15. Early. I was an early learner. I was bright at one time. I still am, I guess, in some ways. But I'm going to skip that one for right now, but I want to remember it and talk about my first corporate job. Got out of college, ended up having a great job in Southern California, ended up going to Colorado with that job. Was a great job, except it was impossible to care for my then young daughter that I had been given awarded sole custody of in a divorce. I needed a different job. I started a headhunting and temporary employment agency. Terrible choice, great choice. Terrible in that I didn't realize just how much fear of rejection I had. I'd never had to deal with that. Didn't realize just how unprepared I was. But I leveled up, if you will. I figured out what I had to figure out. That business did really well. In under 4 years, I got it to the point, of course with the help of my associates, my employees, that we were doing nearly $10 million in annual sales with, I want to say, 6 employees. Was doing great and a very high profit margin. Had a lucrative offer extended to me. For other reasons I'll talk about sometime, I accepted that offer. And as a very young man, in my early 30s, I retired. For 9.5 years, I essentially focused on developing expensive hobbies, living in other countries, had a great time. When the money started to get short, I looked around and said, okay, I need to make an investment in some place. So this was in the dot-com era, a lot of shaky investments. I took the investment I could, which was a piece of AT&T Canada, put my remaining money in that. And a 100-year-old company, how likely could they go wrong? They weren't part of any kind of crazy stuff. But they managed to do some wrong things, and in a very short period of time, my remaining retirement money was completely gone. And I had to look around and decide what I was going to do again. And people say, well, retirement, you're bored, to go back to work. There was never a single day that I was bored. There was never a single day that I said, well, I just don't know what to do with myself. Wasn't that way for me at all. I was gifted at retirement, and I look forward to it again. Anyway, I had to go back to work, and I had had the pleasure of working for Tony Robbins. I had the pleasure of becoming a speaker. In my retirement days, I followed my path of loving to learn, and I had a lot of skills I had developed. So I became a coach, I became a public speaker, and now finally I'll become an author. But one of my origin stories will be about what it was like to be retired early and then to lose that and have to start again. So numerous origin stories. Anyway, Jack Bergstrom, coach, speaker, author of that kind of book, Mastering the Art of Business by Referral, and wherever you're at in the world, wishing you a fantastic rest of your day.